If you've got it, flaunt it. Some of the Victoria Sea Eagles were out and about on Manly Beach today, sporting some shiny new Premiership bling. Other players kept out of sight, still celebrating last night's win over the New Zealand Warriors.
Bleary-eyed but full of smiles, the Sea Eagles, who didn't celebrate too hard, were at Manly Beach to show off their Premiership rings and feel the love.
Yeah, I used to hate Manly, but I saw the light. Everyone comes around in their own time.
For the second time in 4 seasons, the NRL trophy is back at Brookvale.
The Eagles came through for us. There's never in doubt.
Des Hasler now has 4 premierships, 2 as a player and 2 as a coach. Little wonder he's attracting interest from other clubs.
Make sure you sign up, Desi.
No, I'm here in 12. That's definite. That's definite.
Brett Stewart soaked up the adulation after combining with his halfback for the game's opening try.
Perfectly to Stewart from Cherry Evans.
Glenn Stewart's clever kick in the final minute of the first half was crucial. From the next play, Daly Cherry Evans helped Manly take a 10-point lead to the break.
Cherry Evans has scored.
You know, without being sort of overconfident, you know, we always knew we had it in us, so to deliver it today was awesome.
Will Hopewati's skillful pass showed why the Sea Eagles want him back at the end of his 2-year Mormon mission. The Warriors scored twice in 6 minutes to breathe life into the game.
Taylor will score. Brilliant.
But nothing was going to deny Manly an 8th premiership.
To the way for JD Lyon to score.
Glenn Stewart was awarded the Clive Churchill Medal for best on ground. He and brother Brett appear to have ended their feud with league boss David Gallop.
You know, probably the final chapter and everything was just, you know, back to where it was and moving on.
The New Zealand coach is moving on to Penrith.
Looking forward to a new challenge, so, but I'll definitely miss these guys.
The Warriors' spirited performance has won them plenty of new fans. For 12 months at least, the trophy remains in Australian hands. Duncan Huntsdale, ABC News.
If you don't like us, we don't care. That's the rather blunt message from supporters of Manly's premiership-winning NRL team. Thousands of the club's faithful fans turned out to cheer their heroes in a parade through the beachside suburb. Ben Worsley was there.
Love them or loathe them, there's no denying them. The Sea Eagles might divide a city, but they delight a suburb. It's only 3 years since they last lifted the trophy. Talk to the fans, though, and you wouldn't know it.
Pretty happy. Oh, mate, over the moon, yeah, brilliant. Just travelled 4.5 hours to get down here, and so, yeah, that's how much it means to me.
Just a buzz, just a buzz.
The players, too, were buzzing.
Pretty unreal experience. Thousands of them down here today, so we're too sure how many we were going to get because it's Thursday, but, yeah, great to see them there.
You get the feeling they take football very seriously on the peninsula.
You're supposed to be happy on a day like today.
I am happy.
Who's your favourite player? Have you got a favourite? Or is that like choosing between children?
No, I won't do that. No.
One favourite is leaving. William Hopowate's confirmed he won't be returning to Manly, swapping maroon and white for blue and gold.
Comfortable with how everything's panned out. Oh, it's all right, mate. I just want to enjoy this part.
And enjoy it he did, like everyone else, even Des Hasler.
Thank you for coming out today to pay tribute to your heroes.
We love the northern beaches, although people don't like us. We love you, mate.
Winners, as they say, are grinners. For everyone else, there's next year. Ben Worsley, ABC News, Sydney.
Jeff Tuvey says another year as understudy to Manly coach Des Hasler will allow a smooth transition to the top job. The Sea Eagles board opted to keep Hasler next season, despite him signing with the Bulldogs in 2013. Tuvey, the former Manly captain, doesn't expect it to be an awkward situation next year.
No, there's a professional. As he said, he's spoken to the players about having a successful season next year and going back to back. And I think that's what we look forward to doing.
In rugby league, Manly's post-premiership implosion appears complete. Des Hasler has been sacked as coach for trying to lure Sea Eagles staff to join him at his next club, Canterbury. Manly's board says Hasler's explanation of his actions was unbelievable, but the Sea Eagles coach rejects the allegations, saying his dismissal is unlawful.
To the victor goes the spoils, but rarely is a victory spoiled quite like this. In the 40 days since Manly's premiership, its coach has gone from messiah to pariah.
We have terminated his contract with effect from today.
Des Hasler stands accused of breaching his contract. Manly believes that after he signed with Canterbury for 2013, Hasler began encouraging his staff to follow him. Staying at Brookvale for one more year became impossible.
Up until we realised there was a systematic poaching or discussions with staff going on, up until that point we felt it was possible. But as soon as those noises were being made, that made it untenable.
In a written statement, Hasler describes his dismissal as unlawful. I have not acted in any way improperly, he says. I will be seeking legal advice. It's an acrimonious end to a long and successful relationship. Hasler won 2 premierships with the Sea Eagles as a player and 2 in his 8 years as coach. His former teammate Jeff Tuvey took over the job today.
It's disappointing what's happened. I think we're all a bit disheartened by it, particularly after such a high of the grand final. So it was a bit of a shock to us all.
But this whole situation is very disappointing for the club.
The other club involved is biding its time. At this stage, Canterbury plans to keep Jim Dimmick as its coach next year. Ben Worsley, ABC News.
The Sea Eagle has flown and Des Hasler is now on the prowl at the Bulldogs. The dual premiership winning coach has started his new job at Canterbury immediately after being sacked by Manly for allegedly breaching his contract. Patrick Galloway reports.
Des Hasler's first appearance in the blue and white took some getting used to, even for the man himself.
I said this morning it was probably like starting a first day at school.
His first day at Belmore preceded by a tumultuous fallout at Manly, where he was accused of trying to lure players to his new club despite having a year left on his contract.
All parties have had their reasons, but I think really now it's best left as it is and everybody just gets on with it.
When Manly removed their premiership-winning coach, the Bulldogs swooped.
It made no sense not to fast-track it when it was available, and Des and I had a very brief chat over the weekend, and as I said, it was in all of our interest to bring him in.
As for the coaching staff here at the Bulldogs, people like Brett Camorley and, of course, Jim Dimmick will be part of Hasler's plans moving forward. The coach himself says that he plans to make this club competitive. The Bulldogs haven't made the finals in the last 2 seasons. The acrimonious fallout at Manly saw Jeff Tuvey installed as coach. Hasler's fondness for his former assistant present for all to see.
Together for over 6 years, so he'll do a great job there. He's got the full support of the players.
Des Hasler's biggest challenge might be a logistical one, thanks to the long commute from Sydney's northern beaches to Canterbury heartland.
I'm after an E-tag.
The Kangaroos survived a scare against Wales in the final group match of their Four Nations campaign in England. Wales led 8-6 until 2 minutes before half-time. The Kangaroos prevailed 56-14 and play England in the final at Elland Road next weekend. Patrick Galloway, ABC News.